Hey everybody, what's going on? Crobat for the win here today, bringing you guys GBA Week 4 versus Nick of the Boston Red Sox. We're looking at an excellent game here. We have an excellent matchup today, and the Boston Red Sox have the same record that we have, 2-1. So we're both fighting for the 3-1 position. Let's get into the threats. His first major threat over there is Hariyama, believe it or not. Hariyama has just been pulling through for Nick this entire season. He's top 3, I believe, in the MVP race. Gets priority, hits really hard with guts. It does a lot, so that's something to watch out for. His next major threat is Mawile, or Mega Mawile rather. The thing hits like a truck, and as a result, I'm going to have to use some Intimidate users. I'll have to work something out to get that thing's attack cut as often as possible, because it hits hard. His next major threat, or last major threat rather, is Thundurus-T. It has Volt Absorb, which is kind of a pain, and it was sort of the reason why I don't bring Raikou today. But it's going to hit hard, and it hits fast, so that's something to watch out for as well. Let's get into the match. Go! Alrighty, let's do this. I'm hyped for this week. I think I have a pretty solid matchup. I'm looking at his team right now, and I really think I do have a good matchup. We're hoping for the best. We're going to make this a good game, at least. I know we will. I'm going to lead with Haxorus. He leads with Jirachi. He's just going to withdraw right out of there because he obviously doesn't want to take an Earthquake. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake anyways. That Reuniclus takes a lot from it, so I know right off the bat that's not defensive. Therefore, X-Scissor from my Haxorus will KO. Who has ever seen a Haxorus run X-Scissor? Well, you've seen mine now. He goes into Mawile, which is going to get an Intimidate. I'm not a fan of that, so I'm going to have to switch out. I'm going to go into Gyarados, because Gyarados, the derivative of Tan-X, is going to get the Intimidate off, and I figured I've seen him use Substitute before. That's fine. I put Roar on this Gyarados for that reason, so he just wastes health, does whatever he has to do in that regard, but the Roar is going to send him flying. He is going to get a Play Rough off, and even at -1, that is still going to do a pretty sizable amount to fully physically defensive Gyarados. But it doesn't do enough. Roar, get out of here. Now he's going to be into that horrible Hariyama, the one I just don't want to deal with at all, because it hits so hard and it's pretty bulky. It's got guts, as I can see from that Toxic Orb. I don't know what to do at this point. We'll see what I can come up with. I'm going to go into Venusaur because it's on my other physical tank. Of course, the Facade does a lot, and I thought I would outspeed here, and I thought maybe I could take a Facade anyways with Mega Form. Let's see. How does that go? This might have changed the game had I done something different here. Who knows? But he's running speed investment on that Hariyama. I did not expect that at all, so that's a major setback, because Mega Venusaur was pretty vital to the team. Don't know what to do now. That was sad, actually. Oh well. I go into Staraptor, and I figure since I'm just Reckless Banned, I'm just going to obliterate anything with a Brave Bird. It does. That Jirachi takes over half, and that's a resisted hit. That's fine. I'm going to go into Empoleon now because I was kind of expecting a U-turn, maybe Iron Head, something of that nature. He does go for the U-turn, and that does absolutely nothing to Empoleon. I'm probably going to go into Thundurus-T now. I know I can take a Thunderbolt because this is especially defensive, so I'm going to take this time to get Rocks up because I figured they're pretty important. He goes for the Volt Switch, which, like I said, I knew I could take an Electric type move. He actually surprises me with the Life Orb Thundurus, so that's a little different. Oh well, I just go set up Stealth Rocks, make this easy. I'm going to have to probably keep Empoleon in to die. At this point, I thought I had a good matchup against this Jirachi. Like, I could just go for Scald, maybe 2-hit KO. Nope, he's got Thunderbolt. That was quite a shock, actually. I was not expecting that at all. Oh well. I'm going to go to Haxorus. And here's a crucial part of the battle. He goes for the Iron Head, gets a crit! This is Assault Vest Haxorus, meant to take on all of his special attackers, including HP Ice from Thundurus, believe it or not. And at the same time, now he can't take a Sucker Punch from Mega Mawile. And he won't be able to live with Deoxys-S Ice Beam, which was why I gave it Assault Vest. that if he went for Nice Beam right there, that would have done only 40% because of the Assault Vest. This thing's also running Bulk. So that crit is going to pretty much render Haxorus useless. It can't take a special hit now, and it can't live a Sucker Punch. So I'm going to have to let it stay in its Death Water. That's all I can do at this point. Haxorus did well, just the crit hurt a lot. Now that I think about it in the long run. Because, like I said, I would have been able to live a Sucker Punch, or live an Ice Beam. Oh well. You know, things happen. We're going to make up for lost ground. I'm going to go into Weavile, get the Fake Out off. I'm going to hopefully go for an Ice Shard, but he ends up switching out. It goes into Mawile. I could have maybe predicted that, but it wasn't worth the risk. I just go for the Ice Shard. It does nothing, but it's damage he can't get back, so I guess that's fine. This is Scary Mega Mawile. I'm going to have to go into the derivative of 10x to hopefully get another Intimidate off on it. That Intimidate will render Play Rough not that effective, but finally I get a little bit of luck going my way. He misses the Play Rough, which is amazing. I'm going to actually sort of predict him to switch, half predict, because I don't know if Earthquake would have KO'd anyways. It might not have. And I mean, I just in case he decided to switch out, the Play Rough doesn't KO there, and I know I can live a Sucker Punch as well, so that's just fine. I'm going to get the Earthquake off this time. It will KO Mega Mawile, so that is the major threat out of the way. No more Sucker Punching in my face. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Gyarados is sitting not too pretty at 23 HP. He is going to go into Deoxys Speed. I wish I could have KO'd that thing earlier. There's nothing much I can really do. I have to fodder off Gyarados at this point. I mean, he probably would have just gone for the Psycho Boost had I had more HP, or I went for the Earthquake against Mega Mawile. It would have KO'd, because that's not especially defensive. I'm going to go into Staraptor, get off a Quick Attack, because it's banded Quick Attack. It'll do a lot. Here's Thundurus. I'm going to go for a banded Quick Attack against that, and just hope that I get a crit, or hope it KOs, or hope for max damage. Oh, that's so close. That was the closest I've ever been to. Oh gosh, no. So now Thundurus, and it's gonna live and get a Volt Switch off, which means it's gonna end up dying to Stealth Rocks. But now I don't know. Oh well. He's gonna go into. All right, he goes into Hariyama. I could have this game here. I could have this game. I'm gonna go into my last Pokemon, which is Weavile. I'm gonna get off a Fake Out. I thought he would probably switch, but I have to just go with the safest play at this point. There's no need to overpredict. He just dies to Stealth Rocks. Actually, that kind of helps me out in a way because I don't take Life Orb Recoil. And Life Orb Recoil is going to be key. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch. I know he will, but I can live that because this Weavile has bulk. Even with Guts, I can live it. I can live it with Red Help.
Wow. Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free! On the ground!
Well, I'm pretty sure Hariyama just tackled Weavile so hard that it got knocked into 2016. Oh well. Yeah, things happen. The reason why that actually mattered was because, like I said, I could have lived one. That Weavile had bulk, but it was full attack investment, and since he wasn't thick fat, Ice Punch had a strong chance to KO at the health he was at. And you know, that's the way things go. Maybe I could have followed up with an Ice Shard if I had just enough for one more. Yeah, what can you do? That's what happens in games. It was still an excellent, excellent game. I will point out, though, that I think my team played well enough to win, and I'm very proud of the 6 guys who went out there and fought their hardest today. We were this close. We are going to end up being 2-2. We are going to stay in positive differential at +2, so we are not in a bad spot. And like I said, I think we played well enough to win for sure, so I can't be really that upset about this loss. And like I said, it was a great game. So yeah, why don't we jump into next week? Next week, we are playing Shady Penguin, coach of the New York Yankees. We're going to see how that goes. I think we have a good matchup. He's definitely got some threats like that Mega Manetric, but I think we'll be prepared. We got something going. I've got a good game plan going into next week, and I'm hoping to make it a good game, but at the same time, hoping to get some of that differential back. We will see what happens, but regardless, that's pretty much it for today, Brobats. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, because there'll be another one of these next week versus the one and only Shady Penguin, as I had said, and peace out.